Hello, welcome to race number 2 of the Coast to Coast Super Speedway Series. We have round 8 guys here tonight so far. Kepi will join me in the booth momentarily, I hope. And if he doesn't, well, I don't know. We're gonna shun him, I guess. I got a new ticker today, presented by Pierce Graphics, and we are going to be doing qualifying in after 3 minutes. We're currently still in practice. 3 minutes left of practice. We'll take a look at some of the people on track. Like I see the 6 is in his pit stall. 28 is, in his pit stall. He's not the 23. 87. Jason Room. That's a good last name. He's in his pit stall. John Lynch, first guy in practice so far in the 90. Nope, 86. Cappy changed his name. He's in the Hangout chat to move me, Matt. Love the name, Cappy.
Thank you.
It worked.
Thank you. How's it going, Matt?
Going good. Ready here for race number 2?
It's good. It's good. All right, I'm ready to predict the winner of the race. You want to know who I think is going to win the race, Matt?
Someone in the
Well,
field.
yes, that's a nice ticker actually. Have I see the new ticker, Matt?
Yeah, my Pierce graphics sticker.
Yes, looks cool.
Yep.
I think it needs one change though. I think it should cover the entire screen.
I like that it doesn't cover the entire screen.
No, I think it should. I mean, nobody wants to see the race. They want to see these excellent graphics. All right, we have less than a minute left in practice, our 30-minute practice. Let's see. Nobody on the track right now. They're all, sitting waiting in pit road. We have the Xfinity cars here. We get about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people racing here tonight for 60 laps all around Talladega in the Xfinity Series cars. We had next gen last week with Daytona as the track that we raced on. Now let me pull up the schedule. Yes, next week is we are going back to Daytona with the trucks this time. These drivers have 2 extra sets of tires for the rest of the season, and today, 65% fuel today for the entire season. Whenever we go to Talladega, we're gonna have the least amount of laps. We're gonna have 65 every time we take a trip here. And we go to Talladega every other week, so.
Daytona every one except for the All Star. Well, yeah, Daytona every other, alternating with Talladega.
My car is on track right now for qualifying. Now it's John Lynch to the 90, Spino Designs car, Nicole Crystal, and the MRT car. The only 2 cars on track right now. I don't know if anybody else will qualify. I like the look of these Xfinity cars, Matt. How about you?
They look good. I don't know. Right now, I'm complaining about the numbers, but
What? 90 scheme looks good. I like it.
nah, the part just about them not matching.
Hmm. do not think this league has a Dan Lisa. I will double check. Or Cinder, sorry, let's see. No, it does not. As John Lynch right here on lap number 1. Brian Matthews on track right now. Just pulling out of pit road in the R&R Kipper sales machine. James Bowmore in the 47 Corvette parts and Keen parts car. He is blanking out currently. John Lynch going to finish lap number 1 here.
What number is James Bomar?
He's the 47, but he has the 44 paint scheme on. So
perfect.
The 40-something car, you know. Jason Room on track. In the Canvas 81 machine. The all-black car.
I can't switch the camera to 87. Yay!
Actually, that is not an all-black car. There's some orange on it in my, I was not using the right cameras. That would show me the side car. Anyways. All black, orange, and white car. That's what I meant to say.
I'm going through everybody who's run and reporting it to Bryn. So, is the guy in the 28? He's not on track.
No.
Oh, the 28 is. We'll see if the 28. Yep. Guy in the 28.
Got the 22 on track of Chris Downey. The State Water Heaters machine. James Yusa was going to start his lap, but it looks like he's bailing out of it. I don't think he'll get to set another lap time in the Kyle Larson number 5 Valvoline car. Currently, P number 1 is John Lynch. Got Shockey Tarpley and the number 23 Dude Wipes and Walmart machine. Yeah, Anthony Alfredo car. So Crystal has already set all their lap times. They are P number 4 right now. Jason Room sets 1 time. And he's going to go to the top of the board. James Bowmore, 3rd right here. Trying to improve on his lap. See if he will. And he does not. So his first lap will be the fastest. He's going to stay in 3rd place for now. We got under a minute left.
I'm hoping Brian and James can set a lap so I can verify those numbers.
Brian Matthews at the top of the board on his 2nd lap. Chris Downey to complete lap number 1. This will be his only lap he'll get to set. Goes 3rd fastest. 28 in the number 23 car. I don't think they're going to get to set a lap time.
No, they don't have enough time and 0.
Nope. Yeah, almost complete the lap. All right, ready for 60 laps here. 65% fuel. Checks their sets of tires and 1 fast repair. Let's go over the standings right now. James Yusa currently in 1st place right here. He got 1st at Daytona last week. Then Brandon Fielder in 2nd place in points after getting 2nd. As since it's race 1, basically everybody finished it. And their position order is going to be the same thing. Position order for the points. So. And it's Jeffrey Belk, 3rd. Bryn George, 11 back behind the leader. And it just goes by 1 every single time down. We got John Lynch, Chris Downey, Wes Gallo, Cole Crystal, Brady Floyd, James Somar in 10th, 17 back, Luke Mahone in 11th, and Randy Schweitzer. I don't know. know how to pronounce it correctly. He has 20 points back, last in points in 12th after finishing 12th at Talladega or Daytona. Excuse me. Those some people from last week aren't here. We got Brandon Fielder, he's not here. Jeffrey Belk, I don't see. Going down the list, I do not see Wes Gallo. Guess he could not make it tonight. Luke Mahone, I do not see. Oh, neither do I see Brady Floyd or Randy. Anyways, looks like everybody has gridded up, or almost everybody. Yeah, okay, now we all have gridded up. This Brian Matthews is going to start on pole, and the R&R camper sales machine.
Who's on pole?
Brian Matthews in the 09.
Okay.
Very similar looking paint scheme to his teammate in the 90 of John Lynch. And a station room, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. In the 87 Canvas 81 car. And his car is black, white, and orange. Because I actually got it wrong earlier. Then, in third place, it's Chris Downey in the 22 State Water Heaters. His friend George is talking in chat over me, so I stumbling. Anyways, John Lynch in the 90 in fourth place in the Spano Zions car. Teammate of our pole sitter, Brian Matthews. James Bowmore in the 44/47 machine. The Jeff Gordon Flames car. Corvette parts and Keen parts as
Does
well.
John Lynch come up for you in the 90?
Yes, he does.
Okay. For me, he doesn't. So I guess that one's an issue on my end.
Got Cole
Okay.
Crystal in the 6th machine. They line up in 6th place, so that's good for them. 6 and 6.
All right.
That is the MRT machine.
James Yusa. All right. He's now the 5 car on both my screens. He was just telling me how he wasn't. So it's a good change.
Yes, he's in the Valvoline Kyle Larson car. And Sprint Roadster's outside. The sports whip haircut number 54. That's what it says on his car, but he's actually the 45 registered. Anyways, that is Shockey Tarpley in the 23/28 machine, Food Wipes and Walmart. The Anthony Alfredo car. And Brian Lucan starts off last in the 52 machine. And let me get closer so I can see the sponsor better, but it is the Slick Race Graphics car.
We have to wait a while before they take the green flag.
Indeed, we do. But entering the restart zone right about now. You're going to wait on green, and there it is. Brian Matthew leads the field.
He gets going pretty good, and the 22 right behind him, sticking onto that bumper. The outside lane hasn't really fallen back, but they definitely do not have the help as the inside lane does.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think it's going to be pretty different from our last race, mostly because it's the Xfinity car, and you can't push as well as you can in the next gen. We saw guys just sending it, just giving each other huge shoves last week, but you're not going to be able to do that in this car. It's a 3 wide already, jeez. For the lead, almost 4 it is for. Oh my goodness. James Yusa sent it 4 wide. He backs out and backs up the middle lane. That was close already on lap 1 of 60.
Now 44 on the top. I believe that's Is that Bomar? Bomar is falling back quickly.
That is Bomar. As the teammates, the Spinal teammates up front, 1-2 to complete lap number 1. To the outside, it's Chris Downey and Shockey.
Downey with a 23 of, I guess it's Tarpley behind him pushing him.
James Yusa with the big run. Sends it through wide for fun.
Well, He's going to want to get in line or he's going to get freight trained by the bottom lane soon.
Yeah. Can't form a third lane by yourself. But that'll change later in the race as more people try to get up front. But since it's early on, nobody's really gonna try to make a third line work. At least that's what I think. So
He's loose. And why is he in the grass?
trying to hang on to it, he does. It's a good save.
Did he get loose or like what? What led him to get on the apron?
Looking back at it, I mean, it's what it looks like. He just got loose.
That usually doesn't happen. That's interesting.
Actually, no, it looks like he just suddenly turned left a bit. I don't know if something just happened on his computer, or let's say if he has a cat or something that jumped on, or what. I don't
It's
know.
a very specific example. Has that happened to you before?
No, I don't have a cat, but I've heard of it happening before to other people, so it might be that. It's Chris Downey looking for the lead on the outside lane. Spinal teammates trying to stay in the lead here.
Oh, is there no West in this race?
Nope.
That is an absolute shame. We are deprived of hashtag
More
no lift.
Yeah.
But 23 to the outside does not get any help.
Yeah,
20.
they're gonna fall back. It's the 28 machine.
Oh, Tarpley
23.
is falling back.
Yeah, Tarpley's gonna fall all the way to the last position of the pack. Boom. All the way entering turn number 4 now as these guys leave turn 4. So giving a shove to, or at least giving some air bubble shove. Now he's gonna push the 23 of Chris Downey, or 22, excuse me. These two Spinal teammates on the bottom look to be unstoppable right now, and inseparable as well.
Yeah, no, last week when we had two guys kind of pair out, that was James Yusa and our friend in the 12 machine who's not here today. But when those two got paired up, it was hard to stop them, and it looks like Spinal Designs is trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, that also happened early on in the race with Brandon Fielder and I believe Jeffrey Belk as well. If I remember correctly, they're like how the Spinal teams are right now, just 1-2 on the bottom, and nobody could get past them.
Yeah, 'cause you have to have a coordinated attack, we'll call it. And that usually doesn't happen. It's possible, but you have to get a lot of people on the same page. Versus it's a lot easier to keep you and your teammate on the same page and hold everybody off.
But you start giving a good shove to Chris Downey with the momentum down the back straightaway. Beaumont gonna come in.
Oh, and he spins him! The 22 collects the 23 and the 44. First caution is out.
Wow, that was just a case of pushing the pusher. Chris Downey was getting a shove from James Yusa. James Beaumont came in to shove him, and Beaumont to shove Yusa into Chris Downey at a wrong angle.
Alright, so I believe that was a 22 who got turned.
Yes, it was 22 Chris Downey. Tarpley involved in the 28. James Beaumont as well caused that. Yusa right there involved in as well, but I don't think that car has any damage on the 5 machine. Doesn't look like it, from what I see. But Brian Matthews first. James Yusa being scored second right now. That's a surprise. Yeah, he looked to be, he was in front at the time of caution. So these teammates, that's actually a good thing though, because if Brian Matthews is first, he'll be first in the inside lane. And John Lynch is third, he'll be second on the inside lane. So that's going to work out perfectly for them. John Lynch actually has some damage in the back of his car being pushed. So he might want to come in and fix that. Looks like he might. So the yellow line. I think everybody's going to come down for at least fuel. extra sets of tires, 65% fuel, and everybody's coming in. Bomar with damage, Tarpley with damage, Downey with damage. These guys have one extra set of tires, or excuse me, one extra fast repair and two extra sets of tires. Everybody else with a clean car. Oh, Bomar slides in his pit stall, spins a little bit, and he's going to use his fast repair. Already on lap number 7 of the race. John Lynch, first off pit road, does not fix any of his damage. Brian Lucan jumps up to second. I'll go back and look to see what these guys. Lucan, fuel only. Lynch, fuel only.
That's a sharp 52 machine.
Yeah, I think everybody else took tires in their stop. Oh, wow. Chris Downey got hit entering his pit stall by Maroon. Tried to turn in late. He's got right in front of him.
Oh.
So at 87 has a bit of front end damage.
Currently,
All right.
John Lynch is out front with his teammate behind him, so... wait, are roles reversed now?
It looks like it, yeah. Because Mathis got the pole and led every single lap. And John Lynch right behind him was his pusher, but now they swapped. John Lynch out in front. Brian Mathis, third place right now. Second inside lane, which is going to work out for them. All right. Hopefully we're coming to 1 to green as Chris Downey rolls off the road, and now he's got severe damage on that machine. The state water heaters. Camaro.
That thing has seen better days. That's going to be hard for that thing to draft.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because of the front end damage. The 87, of course, the camera shows his rear. Look at the 87's front as he goes around the turn. See what that's like. Yeah, the 87's going to have some drafting problems too. Maybe unless he's in a pack, but if he's leading it, they're definitely going to suffer.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. So let's go through our Australian lineup here. Just restart. We got John Lynch in the 90 in first place. Brian Lucan to his outside into the 52. Brian Matthews in third place in the 09. It's the 45 of Bryn George in fourth place. Fifth place is the 5, James Yusa, last week's winner. And Nicole Crystal in the 6 in sixth place, just like how they started.
Not much movement for the 6.
Don't need it now, so. And then the 87 is in 7th place. That's Jason Room. And then Chalky Tarpley in the 28/23 machine in 8th. James Spalmore in the 44/47 machine in 9th. And Chris Downey got a lot of damage in his machine after just being the unlucky one. And that prior accident, he starts in last in the 22 car.
And we'll see how he goes. If he gets a caution, within, I don't know, 3 laps, he'd still be in good shape. But if it keeps on going green for a while, like the first one, I don't know what stint we're on right now. Lap 9, so yeah, if it goes as long as this first stint, he's definitely gonna be losing the draft.
John Lynch waiting to go into this restart zone. Him, Chris Downey, and Jason Room really the only cars that have damage as John Lynch goes through the restart zone and takes the green flag. As Ryan Lucan, a good jump on his outside lane.
Yeah, Lucan did a great job timing that. He's entered turn 1 right behind him. Bryn George giving him a good push. Now you got to be careful in the turns, and it looks like Bryn is doing just that.
Yeah.
But the inside is going to have the advantage naturally because physics, and the inside lane has more cars, versus the top side only has 3.
It's outside lane, though. Good momentum down the back. They hooked up before this inside lane could. But James Yusa has now dived the bottom after really being up high the entire last stint. He really was on the bottom. But then inside lane now being the dominant line. Sharply dives low. Leaving Lucan and George the only people on the outside lane.
Up here comes
Yusa
James
now.
to the top, trying to see if he can get something going.
Yeah.
Ian or 23 of Tarpley, I think, changed positions.
Yusa does not like being on the bottom. He's just constantly going up on the high lane.
Don't blame him, but now he's the only one there.
Yeah, Brian Lucan leaves him off the dry. He was shoving him. But nope, here comes Shaka Tarpley trying to take the lead. Trying to attempt to run here, but it's not enough. James Yusa too far back. Really try anything.
And
Yusa
here goes
dives
James to the inside, slots in. 23 is going to go all the way down to the back of the train.
Nope, here comes Yusa. The outside lane. Chucker is going to fall all the way back like you said. I thought they would gain since Yusa jumped up high, but it's not looking like the case.
No, and they're way too far apart up top. The 6 was thinking about it. He's now down to the, or I don't know, she, down to the 7th position.
Here comes the 23 though with a big run. It's Yusa, just poked back into the line in the inside lane. Stalling out Tarpley, who had to run, was looking to push Yusa down the back. Oh, the 6 is loose in the inside lane. They save it though, what a nice save.
Yeah, I saw that in the back of my screen, like, oh no, the 87's going to get turned. But they did a good job saving that, and they lost a little energy between the 52 and the 87, but they're still within striking distance.
Got 3 cars up high now. Yusa. That is Chris Downey as well. He dives back down low. Tarpley not giving up the south side lane. Yusa dives low.
And
Now
Psych,
back high.
I don't know, I would have thought he wanted to stay down there, but just because he can't really get all that energy. The 22 is sticking with it, but he's kind of in the sandwich. But down the straights, you see him like go backwards a little bit.
They have good momentum right now. The 6 is wiggling right now, having problems with handling that car. 23/28 is going to bump draft Yusa. And the tri-oval, huge run for these guys.
They could very well take the lead shortly.
They're
Already up here with the leader.
flying down the front stretch. The 5
Wow.
of Yusa was in 2nd that lap, and previous one they were like in 7th or something crazy back.
Yeah, they had a huge run down the tri-oval. Just timed that run perfectly.
Yeah, I guess
Are you
that
looking
shows
to-
how when these two, where you have 2 people kind of team
Tandem.
up, how much of a run you can get. And they're
Yeah.
actually challenging Spinal currently for their lead.
As Yusa and Tarpley break apart. About a quarter of a car length between them. 23 looking to push him, gives him a shove. That's not going to be enough though for Yusa to lead this lap.
Oh, still
Matt is-
2nd.
Yeah, Math is pretty well connected to the back of that 90 machine. These spinal machines must have magnets in them just to hook up. That might be why they're hooking up so well. It's magnets. Yusuf with another run with the help from Tarpley. Here comes Room on the outside lane, trying to make a third line. I don't know
Oh
if
boy,
that's gonna
he's
work. I
trying to
don't
go
think
for
so.
that, but
I
no
don't
one's on
think
that
it'll
third
work.
lane, so.
Yeah, I would not do that right now, especially with no help.
True, and if you can help the second lane.
Yusuf the lead. Good shove by Tarpley. He gets a bit loose. Saves it low. 3 cars in a train up high. 3 on the bottom. Under a blanket. Here comes Brian Lucan in the 52 and to this pack. So it's the 6 of Crystal. Homer and Chris Downey watching on from a little ways back. Now they're entering this pack here.
87 still trying to go in that third lane down the backstretch, so it's not
Yusuf
quite
Yusuf over
hopping
the
the middle
radio.
lane too much.
Yeah, Yusuf over the radio, not happy if being sent 3 wide. Right there, even though he did make it 3 wide. We're trying to make a 3 wide pass like on that 1 or 2 of this race. He's got good momentum.
And he is going, no. Yeah. Okay, I think my ticker says he led that lap.
Yusuf got second according to iRacing, so.
Well, my ticker is not as good as iRacing, I guess. It says he's currently in the lead, but he's not.
So everybody in the same pack here. Not really that far away from each other. All under one blanket. Almost, say, we're getting close to about 2/5 of the way done. James Yusuf dives down low.
Now he takes the lead. Finally.
Yes. First time he's been able to clear the Spinal teammates.
Yeah, I think that's
Not
the
just-
first time anyone was able to lead other than Spino so far.
Yeah.
But that outside lane, they just lost all their
Mathis.
momentum.
Or
Oh,
Matthews, excuse me.
the 09 was
Lynch.
looking up, but...
John Lynch giving a risky shove to the 5. They were locking bumpers. I thought he was about to get turned. Yusuf was off of Lynch. Outside lane falling back, not as strong as it once was a few laps ago. Everybody diving down low. Sprung George said over the radio about 2 laps ago that he's just trying to play it conservative, not trying to push anybody really here early on. So only 20 laps in of 60, about a third of the way through the race. That's what I meant to say if a few moments ago I accidentally said 2/5, which that would be lap 24, not 20. So
Well, I don't know. We'll just wait a little bit and then...
Mathis
You're
trying
just seeing the
pick up
future.
high. Yes. Mathis look up high, maybe trying to cool off the car since it could overheat just being behind everybody for too long. Room trying to get a run here on the outside lane with Chris Downey, James Beaumont. There are a couple car lengths behind, but there's 2 strung out right now to really make a real move. It's inside lane checking up a bit. It's top 3 pulling away here from this pack. Here they come. The run. 6 a bit loose. 6 out pretty loose. Save it. Oh, they're still trying to save it. Crystal hangs on. They've got loose several times through the trial, just struggling to handle that race car. Hammer Team Machine. The Shockey Tarpley, the outside lane in the 28/23 machine. Jason Raoum jumps up high with the 28 car.
With those two out there, but I don't know. Keep in mind when we saw James, you saw, and whoever's in the
6 minute side
23
draft.
Tarpley.
Yeah, Tarpley is a good pusher, so don't be surprised if it's 87 and 23/28 make it up to the front here shortly.
John Lynch backing up. He's saying he needs air into the radiator, so he's backing off Yusa. And this is going to be perfect for this outside lane since the inside lane just got slowed down, broken up.
Yeah, that's exactly what they
Oh,
want.
and he gets turned.
Oh, 87 around. Pile
And
drives
that's-
the inside wall along with
he's
the
stuck.
52 Lucan.
Oh, the 87 just stuck in the inside wall. Wow, that is
No
really
caution.
unfortunate. Yeah, I do not know why that's...
I mean, it's because it happened on the apron, but with these super speeder races, it would
Ray
be up
Room's
to
gonna-
admin discretion if they want to do admin yellows or if they just want to leave it up to iRacing.
I think they're leaving it up to iRacing because no caution on that. Like we all saw, Jason Room going to go laps down here. He had a toe. He got stuck in the inside wall. So he just got turned off the 28 machine. Tarpley.
Hopefully nothing
So
happens. I'm going to go show what happened to the 87.
And Brian Lucan was also caught up on that. I thought he would miss it because he blinked out, but didn't get lucky there. The net code gods were not kind to him. Everybody in a single file train right here. One pack. Brian Lucan down pit road.
Oh, I was looking at it. I
Damage.
don't know if they really made contact. You can see the 52 smacking the wall up there also.
Still single file throughout this pack. It's time just to ride here.
I don't know what happened to Brian Lucan. His screen just went black and then comes back on into the inside wall. So his screen is definitely different than mine.
Yeah, he blinked out. The sprint short saying we're gonna have a caution. I believe he said lap 30.
Okay,
So
probably
that's
because
gonna be
these
something
guys
to look
got...
forward
I don't know, they're not really spread out, but it was unfortunate to... Jason...
Trying something outside lane now.
whatever.
Beaumont, Yusa. Also, Charkley as well on the outside lane. Spinal teammates pushing each other in the bottom.
It looks like... Oh, they're going to be coming up to the 87. We'll see how he goes. He's currently in the middle. He chooses to go down low. He's probably going to park it on the apron. Or, oh, doesn't park it, but he just goes really slow so it doesn't come up.
It was really nice by him.
James Bomar might leave this lap. I don't know. It's going to be close between him and John Lynch. Oh, it's going to be Bomar.
Everybody is slotted back to the inside lane here.
In lap 30, you said the comp caution is going to come out, right? So halfway of this thing.
I believe so. He said something with the 3, so here comes Spinal Designs, the outside lane, pairing up.
Well, that's different, but they're the only ones in the outside lane.
Yeah, but I mean, you saw how good a tandem can work for the outside lane.
Yeah, and they have been
Especially in
working
this
well,
rival.
so we'll see. Usually Speed comes down the front stretch, and here they go on the outside. Kind of hooking up
They
right
had the
now.
momentum.
And it looks
then
like, yeah,
stalled
John
out
Lynch is
just a bit.
gonna not lead the lap. Of course, my ticker says it, but there's no way he led that lap.
Nope, he did not, as Bomar blinking a little bit. These guys really connected well. Spanish Zion's car have all race. And they're going to take the lead, John Lynch. I assume these guys are going to go down if they ever clear, or whenever they clear this inside lane, which it's not now.
No,
Sousa
John
pushing.
Lynch was, but Brian Matthews was not.
I think John Lynch is going to lead this lap. No, he needs an extra shove. And actually, no, he's got it.
He does. He
John Lynch.
barely gets that lap over James Bomar.
Chris Downey has sadly lost the pack. He's just got too much damage on that machine. Brian Lucan, Jason Room, both cars are not on the lead lap. Brian Lucan, a lap down. James Room, 2 laps down after being involved in that last accident. A few laps they go. Oh, Bulwark, the big.
Oh, he's trying to join
Big
back
mover
on
there.
track, and he does, but he's not going to be in first.
Yeah, just gonna shove God Rock, but that was a good save for him.
He actually maintained going second after that, so that's a great save out of the 44.
But he's taking the lead, but he's got got shoved wrong again. But he's still he takes that push to the lead after barely hanging on to the race car both times. And he gets another shove from Yusa. Those shoves are working, but creating big moments for Bomar to save his race car.
John
Spano
Lynch
Zines.
slides up, so that's going to cost him.
Yeah, Spano Zines falling back as well. They lost momentum. Now they're getting it back a little bit. Matthews with the big shove right here. Works a bit.
I don't know, they're just not hitting each other square like they were before.
Yeah.
They could go down if they wanted to. Looks like John's looking at going down, and the 09's going to follow him.
Harpley, go to the outside. Bomar got loose again. Yo, they're almost 3.
Oh,
Has to
they
back
are
out of
3
it.
because of the 09.
And that's the lap 30 competition caution right there.
So
So
Tarpley
we're-
in the 28/ whatever you are is in first. James Bomar, oh, it just changed. It looks like James Bomar was in front at the time. James
He was.
Yusa, Tarpley. Unless my ticker's playing games on me.
No, iRacing says it's Bomar, Tarpley, Yusa, Lynch, Matthews, George, Gristle, Downey, and then Lucan and Rayum's going to get their laps back here.
Are they going to give 2 laps to Rayum?
Yes, they just did.
Okay, and then Brian Lucan obviously is going to get his 1 lap back.
Yeah, everybody's going to be back on the lead lap here. So I assume it's going to be fuel for everybody here. I don't see why it won't be. And then we saw some guys not take tires. 2 people stayed out with no tires, but I think they have to come down this time. We got 2 extra sets of tires. Halfway through the race, just use a set. I know most of the field has already changed 4 tires already.
Oh, look at the rear bumper on John Lynch.
As Prince George said over the radio, our in-race admin, that next time there's a wreck, there's going to be a yellow. So it's not going to be a green flag wreck like we saw it happen a few laps ago.
Okay, so they are going to throw the admin yellow.
Mm-hmm. Everybody taking fuel. James Moore, no tires. So is Tarpley. They both took tires that last time by. So they don't have to take tires this time. It's everybody else taking tires and fuel. And getting some damage repair as well. Cristiani still saving his fast repair. With that crumpled race car.
That's Interesting. I probably would have taken it kind of knowing how far back you are.
I didn't think it happened though, so. All right, we have 2 laps to go before the green flag. This guy's pulling off pit road. James Farmer leads off pit road. He took just fuel and that Keen parts machine.
John Lynch is still on pit road. I wonder if he's getting that damage repaired.
He must be, since he got rare and damage. He's had it for the majority of the race. Shirky Tarpley, the Dude Wipes machine in second, also only took fuel. Prince George and everybody on back took tires. Prince George in third in the Sports Clips haircuts machine. Then Ryan Mathis in the Spano / R&R camper sales machine. Cole Crystal, the MRT number 6 car. And it's James Hughes in the Valvoline Kyle Larson car. Jason Rayum in 7th in the 87 Canvas 81 car. Brian Lucan has got his laps back. And that Slick Race Designs, or excuse me, Slick Race Graphics, number 52 machine. Then John Lynch. He's got a bit of that damage repaired. Not all of it. There's still some fender bender there, but it's better than it used to look like.
Better
That
than what it
90s final
was.
designs. Yeah. Johnny's still in pit road. These guys are in the tribal. Is everybody else coming in? Well, not everybody else, but got some more people coming in. Bryn George, James Yusa, Mayum. I assume this has to be the top off.
Probably.
Chris
Oh, the
Downey.
22 goes, or he's going to be trapped down a lap. Looks like
I
he
think he
repaired
might
as
have-
much as he could.
I think he might have sped off pit road.
That was really quick on exit.
No, I think he barely got it. Barely got good. Speed wise. Lucky grid position there on pit road. But anyways, lights are off on the pace car. He's got fuel still tries to collect itself after some people came in for fuel only. We'll go back to see if that was the case. But yeah, which was everybody that pitted came in, stopped off for fuel. Since we have less than halfway in the race.
James Wilmar going to lead us to green for the second time today. First caution was legit. Second caution didn't quite come as expected. But we do have a comp caution, not really a stage. So all those people that were affected are put back onto the lead lap. And we're going to try and do a shootout with less than 30 laps to go here at Talladega.
Should be a fun one. We got a mix of all sorts of racing. We had throw right action. We had side by side for most of the race.
And we
so
had
far.
a little choo-choo train, so.
Yes. And if it's single file, it's not for long because we got Yusa, we got Tarpley. Love to just jump up on the high side, just trying to make something happen.
Yusa is
racing.
against trains. Makes it
These Spino cars are.
interesting.
These Spino's cars are pretty separated. We have 3 cars returned. I'm in the inside lane between Lynch and Matthews. James Bowmore into the Geico research zone right now.
Green.
And he hits the go button. Got a good start compared to the outside lane. Only 2 cars up there. They're Tarpley and Crystal. Everybody else, since they got waves, they're just going around the inside lane.
23 is going to slot down on the inside. And it looks like the 6 is as well. Going to be a choo-choo train until James Yusa tells them no, which is right now.
Tarpley, also a favor on the outside lane, jumps up with him. And
Oh, here comes the
Bowmore.
44 up to cover that, leaving the inside actually kind of dry temporarily.
Yeah. Now 4 and 4 on the inside and outside. Spino Zion's car is only separated by 2 cars now instead of 3. Like it was on the restart. Fillmore blinks out. He's back.
And the 09 with some front nose damage is leading this thing. I think he got his front nose damage. Probably is the same thing that caused John Lynch his damage.
Yeah. The outside lane is dissolving right now. James Fillmore fell back a lot. He lost a lot of momentum. Harpley with the run in the outside lane. Got the 87 up to join that 23/28 machine. 6 up there to join as well. It's the highest Crystal's been up all day position-wise. There comes Brian Lucan back into the picture after being a lap down to that green flag wreck. He has made it up to 4th already on lap 2 of the restart.
Yeah, but he's currently pushing. I can't freaking talk. He's currently pushing John Lynch in the 90, which is the 86 on my screen. And on Cappy's screen, he actually is the 90. Top side is starting to fall back because the 87 cannot give the 6 a great shove. Trying to huck up, but they just...
They have now. They had a huge run.
Okay.
And they have broke apart on the corner.
I just see the 87 of Jason Rayum kind of fishtailing back there, trying to hit Crystal Square.
They have the run out. The inside lane checks up a little bit, so this is going to be good for the outside lane, but little by little they're closing in.
Unfortunately, I think their momentum kind of was taken away
No, they've
because the
gained.
6 is going up and down the track.
Yeah, they might be in a controller. They've been just like that all race.
And that's really hard to give a very square push when you're trying to keep it straight.
Yeah. Well, look at this momentum, though. Wow. Almost up to the leader.
They are, and then that wiggle just cost them a few cars.
But you see the outside lane get some momentum down the tri-oval. So, and they do. Possible new leader into turn number 1 if they keep it up, but no, they break apart a little bit.
Yeah, every time they go into the turns, the 6 is trying to keep it straight. But like you said, it definitely looks like with those jerky movements, like a controller. But they do a great job getting the momentum in the turns from the high side, and then they carry it down the backstretch.
'87 trying to hook up the 6 again in the inside lane. Stalls out a bit right there. There's a bit of a checkup.
On the 23 goes around.
Oh, wow. It came down to block James Moore in a run. He just cut him off and got spun. Brings out our 3rd caution of the day. 2nd for an accident. And that's our 3rd accident of the day, too. Lap 37.
Not too much damage on the 23. See how the 5 is doing.
This is going to be good for those Spino cars. Because now, if this order keeps the same, then they're going to be right with each other on the restart in the same lane with nobody in between them. As people are going to come down and take
Fuel, I assume. Just to top off.
No, by the time I get this, I can't see you, so. My nose doesn't look too bad.
Matt, we're being complimented right now in the race right now by John Lynch. Thank you, John.
Why? What did I do this time?
He says that his girlfriend's watching, and they said we're on point from John. That's what John said. So hopefully he's not lying. And if he will, or excuse me, if he is, then we're gonna sue him. I'm gonna sue him personally for $1 billion for defamation, and for hurt feelings, emotional damages. Anyways, everybody come down to Circuit Road, and it's free only for most guys.
See, John took right side.
Use this flying through pit road. The 87 car took tires, yeah, on the right side. So did Bomar. He took all 4.
I think John Lynch took all 4.
As Tarpley has to leave, and they're going to DNF from this race.
Tarpley is 28. What car was Tarpley?
23 machine?
Oh, 23, the one that wrecked.
Yeah, 23/28. So, yes. And it's unfortunate this field is whittled down to 9 cars after being 10.
And Bryn just completely murdered the con. John Lynch just finished it off.
Yes. All right. We have 2 laps to green. Got everybody here. Let's make it 1 to go. Got everybody here already? Yeah, I'll see if I can message them to make this 1 to green.
We'll see if they see that message, Cappy. If not, we'll have to wait in a whole other lap going 50 miles an hour around Talladega.
Let me hop into George's call here.
Alright, I can't hear when Cappy left, but it sounds like he went away. But joke's on him, he can't be brought back without me moving him. Yeah, he wants me to move him. Hello, Cappy.
I had to be manually moved in here. So we got the 1 to green, if Matt has not said that already. Here
Oh,
we
we
go.
do. Okay.
Yes, pace car's pulled off. And we're going to have a little over 20 laps to go in this race. Nicole Crystal, highest running position they've been all racing with a good jump for them.
Yeah, the
Yes.
5 is going to slot down, but is that gap too big? They kind of went like as soon as they could at Talladega, not necessarily at what you would want to do.
Yeah, I think that's too big of a gap.
We'll see. Here comes James Bomar. No, that's Yusa in the 5. He's going to get momentum. Is he going to try and take it high in 6, or is he going to push him? But on the outside, if he doesn't act quickly, yeah, he goes to the outside. The 09 of Matthews is going to be forced to push Yusa. Yusa's going to take over the lead.
Used to dive slow. It's uncommon for him. Matthews, Bowmore in the outside lane. Crystal wiggling around.
Yep, trying to keep it down there, but
No, the
control it.
87's going to try to make a 3rd lane. They're 3 wide for the lead.
Are you shocked that the 87's up there?
Oh, yeah, I mean... Nobody's wanted a 3rd line except for him this race. At least, besides him. Yusa on lap 1.
And he's going to fall down to the back. Everybody else is going to say thank you. Lucan's back there. Lucan will appreciate
Yeah.
it because it'll be another car to draft from.
Yeah, he almost lost the draft, but it looks like he's getting it back, so...
Yeah, he's slowly gaining it, and especially with the 87 kind of experimenting on different lanes. Definitely helps. Yeah.
They're 3 wide right now.
Levi, looks
None
like
other
John
than
Lynch to the
87.
top side, 87 in the middle, 44 in the middle as well.
Bryn George with a push to the 90. 6 wiggling around again. Oh, Downey tried to look low, but got cut off. Had to get off the gas there. First real wide racing we've
Oh,
seen
they
today
go
is the
all
5.
to the top, and they leave the
Oh, Bummer on
87
the
out to
wall,
dry.
And Bomar almost hit the wall. That didn't work out for Yusa. He fell back a bit, but he's going to get a shove from Bomar. Bryn George to the middle, trying to help this 87 machine. Wayum. Yo,
Oh, he
Yusa.
cuts 3 lanes of traffic down to block the inside.
That was close. Risky racing here with under 20 to go.
Almost may have just wrecked our entire lead pack.
It's crunch time.
Yep, we are getting close to the end. That's why you see all this action ramping up.
Racing like it's 5 to go is the 09 keeps it under there. They're almost 4 wide. They're almost 3.
James is gonna chop that nose off. I think the 09 had a lift. I don't know.
Yeah, they did. They had a lift. Or else there would have been a spinning 05, or excuse me, spinning 5 machine from the 09.
Run from the 89 to the lead. Being pushed by Bryn George on the outside. Those two hooked bumpers and looks like they're going to fall back in the turns. We'll see on the front stretch if they can do that again and maybe clear James Yusa on the inside.
Yeah, these guys haven't been. Oh, 09 look outside lane for a second there. They didn't commit. It's George Mayum with the run, the momentum in the outside lane, not able to lead that lap. Yusa leads that lap. John Lynch dives the outside lane in the back.
See if that helps him get around the 6. His teammate is poking his nose in the middle, trying to see if he can go there. And it looks like he commits to the middle, but no one else goes with him. But he's slapping the top.
I think those spinal cars just try to get within each other because look, they're right there. Spomar tries to make it through wide, but he has no help, so he's gonna fall in behind this 90 machine. Now the 09 and the 90, the Spano Designs cars, right back with each other.
Very close to the 15 lap to go mark, and those two teammates hooked up. You gotta do what you can, try and split them apart.
Indeed, they've been the dominant cars this race besides Yusa. He's up there as well. Rayum leads his first lap of the day.
And Bryn's kind of been like a consistent top 2-3 car. I don't think Bryn's led a lap tonight, but
no, he hasn't. He's been like mid-pack through the entire race, but under 20 to go, you gotta be up front.
And he is in the preferred spot at the moment, but he's kind of sandwiched in between the final guys on top and Jason Rayum on the inside.
Former up to help this outside lane. It's gonna be in the 5th position right here at the line. Only 3 cars up high, the rest on the inside lane.
And Yusu's been leading all race. He's down to 6, so
Bomar looked 3 wide again, but just no help. Can immediately back off there. Outside should have the run here, especially with teammates hooked up, as they are right now. Oh, a bit swirly the 90 is. You're gonna not have that good momentum as we've seen other people have down the back here on the outside lane.
yep, we are 15 laps to go, coming down to 14. 87 still out front, being pushed by Bryn George. But Bryn can't quite make a move yet, other than pushing the 87. Final guys are the only people left up top, but we know what they can do.
We've seen multiple times this race how fast 2 cars can be in the outside lane, even if it's just them 2 in these straightaways / tribal. But they were separated down this entire back straightaway. It's only until they just entered turn 3 where they got connected again. But now John Lynch backing off a little bit, trying to just use this run here in the tribal. Inching close to the 09 machine. The inside lane stacks up quite a lot. And here comes Mathis trying to take the lead away. He won't get it this time by. Rayum leads another one in the Canvas 81 machine, which is the number 87. Lynch gives a bump to his teammate. Bristle up high to work with them.
It's kind of bobbing and weaving on the turn.
Yeah.
Lynch is trying to keep that as square as possible, but like
High drafting right now.
It really saw up the inside lane's momentum.
And Brian Matthews is going to lead this lap here.
Yep. John is
Almost.
still going to be in third, it looks like, but Six is also up there to help him. We've also seen
Down
the
the back.
44 kind of pick what lane benefits him. He may hop up top, try and get some position. Oh, the 52 comes up to try and take some ground.
Inside lane, just the preferred lane in the corners here. At these Super Speedways especially. Oh, Brent George.
Oh, there, Bryn
Trying to
can
make
make his move
something.
now. Try and get that lead.
Yusa though with the push, and Brent George left out to dry. Wow,
Final
that is
guys did not
unfortunate.
want to push him, and they're putting Bryn right in the middle.
Yeah, he waited to make the move for like 10 laps, and when he finally does it, it's going to backfire severely on him. He's going to fall all the way back. At least he will once this cycles through. The spinal cars are going to be faster than him connected on this outside lane.
Brian Lucan
No, here comes.
comes up to
Luke.
help Bryn though in the middle, but
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to follow through with it.
actually the Spinal guys are
Bomar.
falling back.
Yeah, that's shocking.
They're going to be in the back
Bomar.
of this field behind Bryn. The 87
Bomar.
currently up front with Bomar. But yeah, I'm not shocked. Bomar to the second lane.
With Yusa. Yusa goes back to the lead. First time in a while he's led a lap. He's led a lot of them already today. George the outside lane. Oh, this is getting crazy here with under 10 to go.
Yusuf
Big
comes up to
shove.
block.
2 or 3 wide. Oh, don't crush anybody here. Yusa gets shoved by a Spino car. They're 3 wide. Look how quick they are connected. While they threw. Oh, no.
Oh, the Spinal car! He saves it.
What a save by the 09 at Mathis.
Is that Mathis or Matthews? I don't know.
Matthews, excuse me.
I don't
I'm so
know.
used to saying Mathis with other people, but that's the first time I've seen a last name spelled like that. But Matthews. The good show! Whoa, that was close.
And
Brian
they're
Lucan.
still saving it, but you can see the ripple effects through the field. And they kind of just get worse and worse. And the 52 is going to lose the draft. Brian Lucan sucks
Oh,
under. We're like 9 laps to go at this point.
Yeah, the 07 moved up and just got into the 90 car who just checked up after that happening. And it was very unfortunate. Brian Lucan needs a yellow to stay in this.
Brent George with some damage on the front nose, and he's fading back because of all that chaos.
Yeah. Lucan also has damage on the nose too, so that's not helping him at all. Brent George, John Lynch, and Lucan really the only people in this front area with damage. Cristiani just right along turn number 4 right now for major damage. If he gets another caution, then he's definitely going to take that fast rear. He's been waiting for it all race to use it. Maybe too long, but
It might be. Who knows? They might wreck, just knowing how crazy they've been. And
Yeah,
calm
they've
down
been
for a
racing
little
like
bit,
it.
but I'm expecting another burst of craziness.
Yeah. And a lot of action. Like, what, 2 laps ago? Big blocks for the lead. Yusa's looking to pounce here.
Yeah, and we know Yusa is not content in that second position.
He's not afraid to make a move.
Nope, and he's going to try and go for 2 in a row.
Lynch and George back there to the outside lane. Trying to make something happen, but George just has a lot of damage. At least 2 of Lynch and George just... The 2 cars up here with damage. It's not going to work out for well here. Not going to work out well for them. Excuse me. Yeah, they're going to go back low. And he's going to foul in, right around, catch back up to this main pack. He's blinking up 3 or 4 cars up here. So, oh, they're 3 wide for the lead, actually. Back to 2 wide. Yusa looked high. And then Matthews looked high as well. And it's going to... Oh, the door's going to close under him. He needs to get down quick. And he will. Shuffling behind the 87. Crystal back there in 6th place in that 6 machine. Matthews is going to hook up the 87. He gets loose, but look at the run that John Lynch has. And here comes this Brownell Designs car. They're hooked up together again. Teammates Prince George up there as well. Will Bomar Yusa take this opportunity to go up high? They both do.
James trying to go even higher.
Oh,
And he gets spun because of it.
Yeah, the big one here. That's 5 cars involved. Yusa,
This
Crystal,
is a break for Downey.
Prince George, both Spano cars too.
Has anyone
And
had used their faster pair already out of this mess?
I forget who, but one person already has. I think it was James Bomar early in the race who used faster pair, but major damage to Yusa, Prince George, both Spino Designs cars.
No, cautions breed cautions.
Mm-hmm. Matthews taking responsibility for that wreck. As they just crunched the 5 car, Matthews gave him a push, but then Bomar came up to block and just slowed the momentum that 5 car was being pushed by that 09 machine. As we have 3 green light checkers available for us. We're likely gonna need to use one probably. That's that's my prediction. All right, let's see who will come down pit road this time by. Gotta weigh the decision of track position, but it's Talladega, so anything can still happen. I don't know if the track position matters that much, considering what we've seen already with drafting and big wrecks. So, anyways, if they're gonna come down, it's gonna be for fuel, likely, and tires. But we've had differing strategies already today, so everybody's gonna come down pit road here. Actually, no. William stays out. Yeah, faked it on the pit road. Or he faked going on the pit road and stays out. Johnny catch up to the pack and he's going to go down pit road. So only 1 car staying out here. Let's look at pit road. It's going to be a faster pair for multiple drivers like Lynch, Yusa, Brent George.
Matthews, I see that. Or 44, 47, whatever you are. First one out.
Yeah, nobody taking tires. It's just fuel for these guys.
And faster.
I know last caution, yeah, fuel and faster pairs. Chris Downey finally is able to use his faster pair. So that 22 State Water Heaters car looking clean right now. It hasn't looked that clean in a long time.
Sounds like lap 5.
Anyways, I assume we're going to get the 1 to green this time by, since everybody has cut back up to each other. Nobody's on pit road. And we will. It is 1 to green, has been shortened. Or that's Jason Room, then James Bomar, James Yusa, Prince George, Brian Lucan, Brian Matthews, Sean Lynch, Cole Crystal, Chris Johnny, and Tarpley, who is 18 laps down and fortunately had to leave the race. So they have DNF'd. But Rayoum, he hasn't been up front really all day until these last few laps. He got caught up in a crash about midway through the race. Or early before the midway through the race. And then there was no yellow for that. Fortunately, he went 2 laps down, but had another yellow. Got his laps back, and now leads. Has led a few laps. that Canvas 81 machine. Pace car is going to go down to the safety at pit road. Who blames them? It's been a chaotic race so far.
Gonna be the safest place. We got 3 laps to go. Didn't have to use our green white checkered yet, but we have 3 of them if we need to use it.
Mm-hmm. I think we will.
Cautions,
we'll
precautions. I would not be shocked.
In the restart zone, and we're green already. We're doing with a good start. 44, not bad right there. Yusa's caught up with that 87 car in the inside lane. As Bryn George, a good shove on the outside lane. Bomar looks high. Room looked high, but goes back down the shortest way around the track here. Yusa trying something. The 09's going to give
Looks
Bomar
like
a
the
push.
87
Yusa with
goes
the
to
juke.
block, but James fakes it
That
up
was-
top and goes down to the inside.
Bomar makes it 3 wide. That's not what he wanted to do. Now he's left out the dry. Nope. 89's going to go with him, but Yusa with a great juke move to take the lead. Lucan's up there, 3rd place car right now. And I know he's made some blocks already this season. Let's see what he's got left in store for us here. Chris Downey trying something. First time he's been in this pack in forever. But he's being left out to dry right now. 87 does not work with him. 2 laps to go.
When we take the white, no cautions will be thrown after that. So these guys are just trying to get through half a track length more. Is unlikely, but they're gonna try to.
Down at the big shove from a spinal car. It's Matthews. A lot of momentum down the back stretch.
Yeah, you see Bryn George on the inside pushing the 5.
Yeah, Yusa didn't come out the block. Usually he would have.
Oh, here comes the 22 up top.
It's a good run, a good shove. Both spinal cars pushing him. 3rd lane we try, but it's not going to work.
They're gonna try over. They're gonna see the white flag this time by.
This race will end under green.
Well, no green white checkered attempts needed, but that doesn't mean that we won't wreck.
22 a bit loose there. Watch the run this outside lane's going to get. Bryn George trying to side drop. They're almost
Guarantee
3
you
wide.
Spino's
Lucan,
gonna
look.
try and go 3 wide.
I don't know. I mean, we saw them like early in the race. They tried that and it didn't work out for him. So
They're
they're
trying it.
I just don't think it's going to work. Yeah, they're falling back a lot here.
They are
Yusa.
at the inside. The 22 goes up to cover. The
Oh, and he's
87's
going to wreck
down.
him. Both spinal cars
On the
wrecked.
wrecking to the line. The
Five cars
54 is up top.
Bryn George to the right. He's going to get in it. Oh,
The
and he
5.
turns Yusa. And
Who's
Brian
gonna?
Lucan,
Oh, Lucan got involved in the last wreck and wins it.
he drifted it and won. Wow. He had a run off turn 4. Was able to get into the position he was.
It looks like coming to the line. I think Yusa was
Wow.
trying to block Bryn. Bryn wasn't lifting because he was more than that in that spot.
That was, wow, that was really cool. Brian Lucan, he got turned by James Bomar, but he didn't hit anything. He didn't hit the wall like everybody else did. It just drifted it to win. That was really cool right there. And Cole Crystal gets 2nd out of all that. Didn't wreck there. Bryn Jordan sits up in 3rd with no front end on that car. James Yusa, after dominating the race, ends up in 4th place. John Lynch, Spinal Cord dominated the race as well, ends up in 5th. His teammate in 7th also was a main factor of this race. James Bomer made a lot of big moves in 6th. Jason Room in 8th. Chris Downey in 9th. And then Tarpley runs off 10th place. But our winner, and an unbelievable finish, Brian Lucan, burns it down here. Just right place, right time for that 52 machine. He had been a lap down for a good portion of the race after being caught up in a green flag wreck. And it's how you come back and finish this race. All that matters is being there at the end. All right, I say we go to commercial break and come back with an interview of our top 3, Brian Lucan, Nicole Crystal, and Bryn George.
All right, we have everybody in team chat. That's what I want. We're gonna start with third place, Bryn George. Hey, Bryn, Matt, and Cappy in the booth. You copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, you. We're pretty consistent all race, kind of in that top 2 to 3 area. We saw you quite a bit in, and then some chaos at the finish. So how was it for your perspective throughout the race?
It was all right. Obviously we have a smaller field, so we had a comp caution at lap 30 just to get everybody back together and have better racing for the broadcast. But yeah, it was pretty chaotic in the end. I definitely turned the 5. I was trying to pinch him low, and I got a little bit too low. Just a racing accident. I apologize to him, but
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, coming to the finish, everybody we were expecting it. We just didn't know kind of where it would start. I know Cappy has something to say.
Yeah, we saw you just play it cool for the first like about half of the race, and then with about I believe 20 to go, you started to make your way up front. I don't remember if you led a lap. I know you were second for a good amount of time. So, is there anybody you like to thank for this good performance here?
obviously I'd like to thank you guys. Great broadcast as always. EGR, my boys. Nobody came, of course, just me. But yeah, I love my boys, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, make sure you
All right.
yell at Wes for me because he didn't show.
Yeah, slacker.
All right, we
Hashtag no
got
lift.
next week. Yeah, next week, Talladega, 75 laps for the trucks. How you feeling about that?
I mean, if the field is small again, it will probably be very competitive. For everybody to have a chance to win. Yeah, so I'm excited.
All right, I hope to see you next week. Thanks for racing tonight. Congratulations on the finish.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, that was Bryn in the number. What was he? 45.
Yes.
I thought his car was something. Anyways, up next is gonna be Nicole Crystal on number 6, coming home in second place after the chaos there at the end. And Colesman kept in the booth. You copy?
Yep, I gotcha.
All right, so that was one hectic finish there. You benefited by coming out in second. So how was it, trying to navigate your way through that mess?
I'm not even sure how I did it. I just saw cars going everywhere and tried to go through it.
Well, it seems like it worked.
I'm glad it did.
Yeah, that's what you got to do sometimes. So.
Exactly. Just hold it to the floor and go.
Also, if you don't mind my asking, are you using a controller?
No, I am not.
Okay, because me and Kepi were wondering that. Never mind. Um,
You're
so how
wondering
was
who is
it?
and who's not.
How
No,
was
I
it?
was not on a
Throughout the race.
P4. So what now?
How was it throughout the race? We saw you around the 6th place multiple times. A few times up front. So, yeah, how was it?
It was good. Just trying to keep pace and not get into any wrecks. And I kind of screwed up at the end. I'm glad there was a caution because I forgot to check some stuff off, so I didn't go into the pits the last time. So I was 3 laps short.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. That would have sucked.
Yes, it would have.
All right,
Just
well,
got
Cappy, anything you want to ask?
Well, we got next week Talladega, or excuse me, not Talladega, but Daytona with the Truck Series. Do you plan on racing next week? And
Oh
if so,
yeah.
how do you feeling?
I like super speedways. They're more better for me because I really hate short tracks. So I'm better at the longer tracks than the short tracks.
How are you feeling with the different type of cars since we're going to be in a truck next week?
I feel more confident in the truck because I run trucks in more than I do the other cars.
All right, Matt. Anything else you want to add?
Um,
Uh,
oh, wonder if Nicole want to add something?
oh, nope, sorry.
So is there any sponsors you wanted to thank for tonight?
Nope, I don't have any sponsors yet.
Gosh, no
Anybody else you
sponsors,
wanna
no
thank?
teammates,
My teammate was Jason tonight. We ran the Daytona 24-hour run, so him and I have been teammates for like a year and a half now. So he helped me out tonight. So thanks to him.
Gotcha. Yeah, Jason's was doing well. Saw him trying to stay up front there at the end.
Let's come back for him, even though he finished sadly in the back.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for racing tonight, Nicole. Hope to see you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Anytime.
All right, that was Nicole Crystal, the number 6. We got some questions answered. Gonna Anyways, we're gonna talk to the race winner, Brian Lucan in the 52. Hey, Brian, man, Cappy in the booth. You copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So that race had a lot of ups and downs for you.
Yeah.
Biggest down being the green flag wreck, and then obviously up there at the end. So how was it? Trying to go your way through all
It
of
was a lot
that.
of fun. It was a lot of fun. Early on, I got involved in that wreck early on. I had to take fast spare, so I was trying to ride around easy, then I blinked out and got involved in that other wreck. So I was just riding around in the back. I was got in position at the end. Some weird checkup thing. I got front end damage before that last caution. Came in, repaired that. I put myself in position to win and avoided that last lap wreck somehow. Don't know how I was able to save that and go on for the win. It was definitely very eventful.
Yeah, eventful is a good choice of words from that.
I just want to say that you drifting coming to the line to finish the race. That was so cool.
Yeah, I can't believe I saved that.
Yeah, you. I can't believe it either.
Were you
But hey, you got
expecting to kind of win that after you saw the wreck happen in front of you?
Uh, I mean, Brent said like he knows was gonna block, and he had a feeling top two were gonna take it out. Which every super speed race always ends like that for me.
Mhm.
It's like I knew I just had to be in position to avoid that wreck and spot through. He side jumped me and almost hooked me. Was able to save that. Can't believe that still. Yeah, I knew they're gonna be very aggressive there and potentially cause a wreck. So I just held the heel line and put myself in the best position I could.
I have you
But
cutting out a little bit. I hope it's not on my end, or that would stink over the stream.
No, it's
But
because yeah, this is I have to use mobile hotspots. So it should go.
okay, I
we
just heard the
basically got
word mobile
just some
hotspot, and that's all the explanation I needed.
All
Yeah,
right.
I just closed out the UI, so I was causing most of it.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you better. We got next week Daytona with the trucks. You plan on racing that?
Oh yeah, try to go back out there and do the same thing again. Fortunate that I missed last week, but we're gonna run the rest of the season as much as we can, and hopefully go out for the championship.
All right, sweet. And before we let you go, to anybody you'd like to thank, any sponsors? I know you got, I believe it was Slick Racing Designs or Racing Graphics on the car.
Yeah, Slick Race Graphics. That's iRacing paint company that my friend runs. Run them to support them, so, and definitely shout out to Bring is following him all race. We're helping each other out, and ones for him most likely would not have been in a position at the end to win that race.
Yeah, congratulations on the win tonight. You had a really up and down day, but hey, you fought to the end, and that's what matters. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Anytime.
All right, that was
Oh.
Brian Lucan, our race winner. Had some words from him.
All right, I think I'd say that's a good race. We didn't have that much train going on. I was surprised by that, but an amazing finish. That was a really sick drift coming in the end there by Lucan, who was it looked like he was out for most of the race, but he was fortunately able to get his lap back due to yellows and able to get back in the lead lap, like I just mentioned, and he won. So it's never over till it's over. Super Series are a big prover of that. And anything you want to add, Matt, before I end this broadcast?
Well, if you want to, jibber jabber some more, I'm trying to bring up showing exactly what happened from Lucan's perspective there at the end. All right, I talked enough. I got it.
And standings aren't going to be out till later, so we'll have to bring that up to start the broadcast next week. Got a good amount of people here. Yeah, 10 cars raced tonight. One had a DNF, sadly, because they had something come up. But next week, the trucks at Daytona for, let me see how many laps it is again. It is 75 laps, 65% fuel, 1 fast repair, and 2 extra tire sets. Hope to see you guys then, everybody that watch this. Same time.